Say, kids, what time is it? Well, howdy doody, kids, and howdy, Buffalo Bob. Well, howdy, Mr. Doody, and boys and girls at home and kids in the gallery, let's go. Boys and girls, another beginning of the week here, and you know we really have plenty to do today. Yeah, our buddy Clarabelle is still looking for a job, as you all know. But most of all, remember that exciting phone call, Howdy, that we got from the Bluster Brothers? What about that, Howdy Doody? Oh, well, gosh, Buffalo Bob, that phone call that we got on the last show from the Bluster Brothers, boy, that's really got me thinking. Oh, it's got you thinking. Me too, Howdy. And you know, the inspector found some sort of a note here from Phineas T. Bluster and from Don Jose Bluster saying that they were off to South America to find about all those strange things that have gone wrong. Now, all you boys and girls in the peanut gallery here and you kids at home, you kids know that 9 things have gone wrong, don't you? Yeah. Do you know that too, little fella? Yeah. What's your name? Johnny Hick. Johnny Hick. Do you know that 9 bad things have gone wrong here in the last couple of days? Yes, sir. Now, you remember the last thing that went wrong. It seems that on our last show, somebody put a trick on the scope doodle saying, this is number 9. This is number 9 on the scope doodle. And, of course, we still haven't been able to figure out just who did it. Oh, gosh, no. Boy, it sure is a mystery. And that phone call, didn't the Bluster Brothers say something funny, Buffalo Bob? You know, some sort of a funny-sounding kind of a word? Oh, yeah, Howdy, you're right. Let me see. He said something about a mile a meal. Was it something, a mile a meal, or whatever that means? Oh, gosh, I don't know what it could be either, Buffalo Bob, except, say, maybe the inspector might be able to help us. Say, now, that's a good idea, Howdy. Why don't you call the inspector right now? Okay, fine, boy. Oh, and boy, after all, he's the one who found the note from the Busters, and he's the one who should know something about a mile a meal. I'll call him. Oh, Inspector! Inspector!
Ah, yes, Howdy. Here I am.
Oh, Flub. No, I don't want you, Flub.
Yeah. You don't want me?
No, Flub. No.
He doesn't want me.
No.
You don't love me anymore.
Oh, no, Flub. 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 No, Flub.
Go back to South America.
No, Flub. What I mean is... I mean, Flub,
Do you love me?
I love you, Flub, but
you don't?
Yes, I do, Flub. Flub, don't you see? I just mean that I don't want you now. You see, I'm trying to talk to the inspector.
Oh.
See?
Oh, yeah. Well, in that case, Howdy, I'll go back inside and see if I can see him. And
okay.
Listen, if you want me again, just call.
All right, I will, Flub. Okay,
Okay, so long.
Oh, I guess I better go and find the inspector myself. All right, Howdy, go ahead. Good luck. You find him. And in the meantime, Oh, Clarabelle. Excuse me, kid. Yes, Clarabelle, you're, still looking for a job, huh? Yep. I know you're still looking for a job, Clarabelle. Have you... What? Oh, you mean you're still running ads here in the New York Journal-American? Well, now, that's good sense. And you know, all you boys and girls, Clarabelle is actually supposed to be out of a job as of today. But then, you see what happened. Clarabelle was supposed to be out of the circus at the end of last week, but we couldn't get the Featherman to come here and take Clarabelle's place for another week. So we're letting Clarabelle just stay here at this circus until the Featherman can make it. Of course, she's not getting paid, kids. Clarabelle isn't getting paid. Clarabelle, every time I mention the Featherman, you go crazy. You don't like the Featherman, do you? Oh, Clarabelle, you haven't told me. Did you get any more offers for any jobs? Did you get some more postcards? Well, that's good. I'd like to read some of these cards right... Oh, but look, kids. We'll read them later. I see the inspector here and Howdy are talking together. Look.
Yeah, oh, boy, Howdy.
Oh, boy, yeah, Inspector.
Oh, that special, that phone call, you know, that you got from Mr. Bluster?
Yeah, boy.
Oh, it said something about, what was that?
The,
let me think.
a mile.
A mile, a meal.
A mile a meal. Yeah, that's it. And have you figured out what he meant by that?
No, wait a minute. A mile, a meal.
A mile a meal.
Gee, I can't figure it, Howdy. I don't even know what that a mile, a meal stuff is. I have no idea.
Gosh, Inspector, I just hope the Buster Brothers get here soon. And look, while we're waiting, maybe Buffalo Bob will show us a movie.
Oh, boy, yeah. Would you,
All right,
Buffalo
yeah,
Bob?
sure, Inspector. Good to see you again, Inspector.
Say, nice to see you too, Buffalo Bob.
You be thinking about this a mile a meal, all right?
I'm going to work on
all
it
right,
immediately.
fine. Clarabelle, I want to look at your ad today here in the New York Journal-American, and you, meantime, get the scope doodle set, would you please? You know, I certainly hope that Clarabelle gets a job here by the end of the week, kids. Because, you know we're not paying Clarabelle now, don't you? Clarabelle's just staying here, you see, for a while. Right now, kids, we're going to see a very, very cute movie with our 3 old pals, the Tons of Fun. And I wonder if any of you kids remember what their first names were. Who was it? Bullets? That's right, Bullets. And who else? And Clint, and who else? Vic. Vic and Clinton Bullets, that's right. Well, now, Vic and Clinton Bullets all sleep in the same house. And they have a rather unique way in which to awaken. And that is that they have the alarm clock set off this battery charge. And all this tremendous high voltage of power sets their bed a-rockin'. And then the fellas get out of bed. All walk over, put on their hats at the same time, get into their suits, and they're off to work. That's Vic in the front, Clint in the middle, and Bullets. Bullets, he's a real big one, isn't he? So they go out to find their automobile, and the one says, well, where is it? He says, well, I don't know. And just then they see that the junk wagon picked up their automobile. Now, isn't that terrible? The junk man says, all right, he says, if I picked up your automobile, he says, get it off of this heap of junk. And there, sure enough, was their automobile. Now, that mustn't be a very good car if the junk man thought it was junk and put it in the garbage can. You see, when Bullets was 21 years old, he took the $200 that he had saved out of the bank, and he bought this lovely Ford touring car. So now they're off to work. Boy, they're going to be late for work, and sure enough they are, because, kids, here's the boss. And he says, where are those 3 fellas, that Vic and that Clint and that Bullets? They're always late for work. What's the matter with them? So the fellas park out in front of their office, and they see that there's no parking space, so look what happens. Vic shoves the cars in the front, Bullet shoves the cars in the rear, all back, and then Clint comes right along and shoves the automobile right in the empty parking space. That's a good way, isn't it? Huh? Boy, we'll have to do that. What business is your daddy in, Sonny? In the automobile business? Well, good for him. Does he have a car like the one that Tons of Fun used? He does. Oh, all right, fine. So anyway, the boss, he's just raising Cain because those Tons of Fun are late for work. So the man in the office there, he says, now look, he says, the boss is scolding because you've been late. So he says, take these letters, go to your desks, and quickly stamp them. So the boss walks in the office and he says, well, Vic, why are you late, Vic? And Vic sticks his tongue out at the boss, and the boss, that's a nasty thing to do, you know, to stick your tongue out at anybody. But actually, all Vic was doing was licking a stamp to put it on the envelope, and his tongue happened to still be out. So the boss says, Clint, and Clint's tongue was out at him, too, and he says, Bullets. And Bullet's tongue was also out from licking the envelopes. So the boss says, oh, you fellas. He says, I tell you right now, you work here the rest of the day, and then you are fired, completely fired. So Clint leans on the sponge, and he squirts water all over the boss's face. So the boss says, and you, don't you laugh, you get back to your work, too. So the boss leaves. Says, I want you working hard, and then you're through for the day. So just now, the boss's daughter comes to work. She doesn't actually work here, kid. She just came here to see her daddy because she's having a big party at her house, and she says, Daddy, why are you so cross? And Daddy says, oh, those fellas, that Vic and that Clint and that Bullets, oh, they're the worst fellas I've ever met in my life. They always late for work, they don't work hard, and... Oh, the boss's daughter likes that fellow. Let's give him a name. What do we call him?
Jim.
Jim? All right, Jim. He's a fellow who never sends any flowers. So now, the boss's daughter, what do we call her? Let's give her a name. Betty Lou? All right, Betty Lou says to Jim, oh, no, we got to call her Lois, because that's her name. She looks at the invitations, and it says, Miss Lois Grouch requests the pleasure of your company at her kid costume party. Now, you see, Lois, that's the boss's daughter. That's the girl there. Lois is having a party where all the guests are to come dressed up as kids. So, what Lois does is to show the fellow in the office. See, she kind of likes him. What's his name again? Oh, yeah, Jim. She kind of likes Jim, and she says, Jim, here's an invitation for you. I want you to come to my kid costume party, because we're going to have lots of fun. So now look what happens. A little monkey goes into her purse, and he takes out 3 invitations to the party, comes up to the desk, and he gives Vic and Clint and Bullets all an invitation to the party. So now you watch what happens, kids. They're going to come to this party dressed up as little kids. Oh, we're going to have a lot of fun. And now they're trying to catch the monkey. They want to give him a couple peanuts to thank him for the invitations. So he climbs up on top of the clock, and now up onto the chandelier. Oh, I'd like to bet that chandelier is going to fall on one of their heads. I'll bet you it will. And sure enough, the monkey slides down on the chandelier and hits Clint right on his poor big old head.
Uh-oh, I'm back.
So now, Clint gets an idea. He says, I'll get him over the water cooler. Hold still, or monkey. Oh, and he hits him and knocks the water cooler all over. The little monkey hides underneath this dolly. So Clint says, you just wait, fellas. I'll get him. He says, now wait. Okay, give it to him. So they're going to sneak in, and the monkey, and oh, look what Clint did. He hit Bullets over the head with that fish net. So he says, take it off. He says, for heaven's sakes, I'm not the monkey.
How do we know?
So watch what happens. Just as he goes to catch the monkey, the dad walks in the office, the big boss, and that Clint broke that pole over his head. And he says, now, this is the end. You're fired, out, through, kaput, finish. So comes the day of the party. And Lois has all her boyfriends and girlfriends over there. And they're having such fun. They're playing, cute little games like drop the beans in the bottle. And do kids have birthday parties?
Yeah!
Let me see, what kind of games do you have? What's this old fella's name? What's your name, Sonny? What is it? Alan, what kind of games do you play at your birthday party? Pin the tail on the donkey? Do you play that? What else? Blind man's bluff. And what do you play, sweetie? What do you play?
We go to the movies most of the time.
Oh, you go to movies. That's fine. What games do you play, Sonny? Come on over here and tell me. What do you play? What is your name first?
This is James.
All right, Rich, and what do you play?
I play Spin the Bottle.
Oh, spin the bottle. Oh, that's a cute game. You lose more bottles that way. That's a cute game. So now I think they're playing blind man's bottle. Or no, what is it? Spin the bottle. Or spin the tail on the donkey. Or no, what is it? Pin the bottle on the tail. Or no,
Pin the tail on the donkey.
pin the tail on the donkey. That's what I was trying to bottle. Or say. So now they're having Oh, little James here playing back and forth. The three boys haven't arrived yet. Vicar, Clinton, Bullets. They're late for everything, including the party. But they'll get here. They'll get here pretty soon.
They'll probably get one.
So they're playing games, and Lois is having fun, and Jim is so cute. Jim has got that little boy's suit on, too. I think that's kind of a cute idea where all older people go to a party and dress as little boys and girls. And Lois and Jim evidently are having their own little game of spin the bottle, and just then, oh, they are playing spin the bottle, I think, because I think Jim is supposed to kiss Lois at this point, and they're both a little bit embarrassed. Clarabelle, do you ever kiss girl clowns? Oh, yes. So, sure enough, Jim is supposed to kiss Lois, and Jim's a little embarrassed. He says, oh, shucks, no, I can't do it. Oh. Doesn't he, Clarabelle? And while he's standing there, the door opens, and who enters the party but the 3 tons of fun Vic, Clinton, Bullets. So Vic says, go on, Bullets, give her a kiss. And Bullets says, no. Vic, you kiss her. And Vic says, oh, shucks, no, I can't. You, Vic, and Bullets, no. He says, I can't kiss her. Well, kids, I'm afraid that's all we're all going to be able to show you today. But tomorrow we'll be showing you all the rest of what happens at the party, okay?
Yeah.
All right, fine. But say, kids, look over there. Look what Howdy Doody has. Oh, yes, sir, kids. It's time for the Big Three Musketeers. Oh, yes, sir. It's that Big Three again, kids. For Three Musketeers, that wonderful candy bar that breaks into 3 big pieces. Ah, yes, sir, boys and girls. And when you go to your favorite candy counter, this is the candy bar to look for, with the bright wrapper showing the 3 Musketeers. And then, kids, when you start opening the bar, oh, what a delicious treat inside. Yes, sir, because you see, kids, how it breaks into 3 big pieces. 1, 2, 3. And you know, kids, the big 3-in-1 Three Musketeer bar is only a nickel. Yes, sir, how about this little fella right here? Come on, Sonny, you take a nice big bite. That's the way. Now, isn't that wonderful? With that fresh milk chocolate and that good-tasting cocoa nougat inside. And you always remember, yes, sir, you remember there are 3 big pieces for 3 times the candy-eating fun. And you know, all you boys and girls in the peanut gallery are going to get a big 3 Musketeer bar right after the show. Oh, yes, sir, kids. Oh, but you know, Buffalo Bob, the Bluster Brothers, gosh, those 3 Bluster Brothers, they're not here yet, and, well, gosh, I can hardly wait. Boy, you can hardly wait, Howdy. I'm all up in the air, too. I don't know what's delaying those fellas, because they did... Oh, yes, Clarabelle, what? Oh, I'll tell you what we'll do, kids. Look, while we're waiting for the Bluster Brothers to get here, Clarabelle, could I look through some of your letters for different jobs? Now, this is some of the cards here that were sent in to Clarabelle for different jobs. And let me see. Richard Kranjak of New York City says, Dear Clarabelle, I think that you should take my place doing the supper dishes. That's a good idea, Clarabelle. You could go over to Richard's house and do the supper dishes. Can you do dishes? Show me how you do dishes. Because I know that lots of boys and girls do help their mommy and daddy with the dishes, and that's a good idea. That's the way, Clarabelle. Now, clean them nice, and that's the way. And I hope that a lot of you boys and girls do the dishes for your mommy. What? There's a buzzer, wasn't it? Clarabelle, someone's at the door. Answer the door, would you please? Because I do hope that lots of you kids do the dishes for your mommies. Do you help your mommies with the dishes?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you do. Clarabelle, there's a buzzer. Someone's at the back. Would you hurry and go and see who it is? Now, I hope that you kids do help your... Clarabelle. What is the matter with you? That's no way to do the dishes. That's no way to do dishes for your mother. What? Clarabelle. Go and answer that door. What's the matter? That's silly, Clara. I hope none of you kids ever break dishes when you're helping your mama. Because I know what my mommy would have done to me if I'd have broken it. What have you got here, Clarabelle? 2 telegrams. Well, this is wonderful. Let me see what this says here. Well, this is from Ann and Paul Castle, and they say, this is from Poughkeepsie, New York. It says, you can work on my father's radio station. How would you like to work for a radio station, Clarabelle? Of course, all you could do is honk the horn. But you better look into it, Clarabelle. It might be something. You save that one. Let me see what this wire says. Say, this is wonderful. Telegrams and everything. And this is from Barbara Zena. Barbara says, you can be on a quiz program and honk when the people don't answer correctly. Say, there's a good idea. Clarabelle, you could be on a quiz program, and like a master of ceremonies should ask the people questions. If they answer correctly, okay, you don't honk. But if they answer incorrectly, if they give you a wrong answer, then you honk the horn, meaning wrong answer. Let's try it right now, shall we? All right, fine. Let's get somebody from the gallery. How about this little girl right here? All right, now, sweetie, let's pretend that we're on a quiz program. See, what's your name?
Sharon Berger.
All right, Sharon Berger. Now, look, Sharon, how much is 2 and 2?
I don't know because I don't know how to count.
Oh. Well, all right. Now, here. Oh, this little girl, all right, how about this little, what's your name, sweetie? All right, Elizabeth, fine. Now, how much is 2 and 2?
4.
2 and 2 is 4. Now, we'll find out from the judge. 2 and 2 is 4. No, Clarabelle. I'm sorry, Elizabeth, I'm sorry. Clarabelle, you weren't supposed to honk. I said only honk if the answer is wrong. 2 and 2 is 4, that's right. Oh, you couldn't even work on a quiz program. Clarabelle, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. Hey, Mr. Buster must be coming back, kids. Look, kids! Here comes Mr. Buster! He's back from South America! Well, Mr. Buster, I'm so glad you made the trip wonderful. I see you back, but where's your brother, Don Jose Bluster?
Oh, my brother. Yes, that's a long story, my boy.
Well, what happened to
something
him?
that we'll go into in a few moments.
Yes?
There are many things that have to come first.
You mean
I always say, first things first. What do you always say, Buffalo Bob?
Yeah, well, I always say first thing first. Tell
Very
me, what
good.
happened to
Pardon me while
you?
I stand up and stretch my legs.
Yes, well, what happened to your brother? I mean,
Well,
I don't understand, first of all, why you ever went to South America, Mr.
Yes,
Bluster.
well, I'll tell you what it was, my boy.
Yes?
My brother Don Jose and I had a hunch.
Oh, you
we
had a hunch?
had a very good hunch.
Oh, yes.
We thought that we could find out why the 9 things had gone wrong.
Oh.
Yes, you see, my boy, we thought that the 9 things that went wrong
Yes?
had something to do with the lucky left leg of the Lima Llama.
The lucky left leg of the Lima Llama.
Yes, that's what we figured.
Well, I can't believe it.
Ah, well, believe it or not, Buffalo Bob, we were right.
No fooling.
No fooling.
Well, that is a surprise, kids.
Huh.
Mr. Bluster, now let me get this right. You say
Yes.
that all the trouble we've been having here around the circus, those 9 things, is some way connected with the lucky left leg of the Lima Llama.
Right. That's right, my boy. And do you remember the 3 steps?
The
The
three-
3 steps that we have to do to use the lucky left leg?
Oh, the 3 steps, yeah. Let me see, the 3 things that... You mean the 3 things we had to do before the magic would work?
Right,
Well,
right.
the first thing was that we had to have the leg with us.
Indeed.
And the second thing was that we had to sing an original lucky song.
Right.
And the third step was that we had to do 2 good deeds.
Indeed.
Isn't that right?
Right.
Yeah.
2 goodies. Well,
1, 2, 3.
from this tablet, this one I brought here. Where's
This tablet?
I brought on the magic carpet. See it?
Oh, this tablet.
That's the one.
Hey, you
now
had
look
this look-
closely.
Yes?
Look very closely at that tablet.
Yeah?
And we learned from this tablet that if you tap the leg without doing the 3 steps first,
Yeah?
you get bad magic.
Bad magic.
Bad, bad, bad magic.
Well, look at this, kids. Look at this tablet.
Look at that.
You mean that this is a sort of an ancient South American stone, is that the
An
idea?
antique stone, yes,
This
my
writing
boy.
on.
Yes.
And if this writing is translated, it says that if the lucky song and the two good deeds aren't done, then the leg will produce bad magic.
Yes, my boy. Someone, I don't know whom,
Yeah?
but somebody has been tapping that leg without doing the deeds. And that's why the 9 bad things happened.
Well, Inspector, that means only one thing.
I'm Mr. Bluster.
That means... Yes, Mr. Bluster, excuse me. I was just thinking of the inspector because he was looking for
I
you.
know you two have been working out very hard on it.
I know what he would say about this, Mr. Bluster.
Yes.
He'd say that that means it must have been Clarabelle, because Clarabelle is the one who stole the lucky left leg.
Yes, indeed, my
Clarabelle.
boy.
Is this true, Clarabelle? Did you tap the lucky left leg 9 times?
Did you, Clarabelle?
Then you were the cause of the 9 bad things that happened,
Oh,
even though you didn't know it.
Oh, that Clarabelle.
So Clarabelle has been the cause of all this bad magic, and he still won't tell us where the lucky left leg of the Lima Llama is.
Oh, that's right. Oh, but Buffalo Bob, you haven't even heard the worst.
You mean there's more?
Oh, much more. Yes,
What?
my boy. If one more bad thing happens,
Yes?
we're really in trouble.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? Mr.
I
Bluster?
can't explain it to you anymore right now because that part is on the other tablet.
The other tablet?
Yes.
What other tablet?
There is another tablet just like this, and it tells the rest of my story.
Yeah?
In fact, my brother Don Jose has that tablet.
Brother Don Jose. Well, where is he? Where is Don Jose, Mr. Bluster?
Well, my brother is very old, you know, and he is very weak.
Yeah.
Old and weak.
Yes?
And he's not always responsible for his actions.
Yes?
He dropped the other tablet.
What?
It broke. It broke in 4 pieces.
Oh, no.
4 pieces, Buffalo Bob.
No.
4. Isn't that terrible? He's having it fixed right now, though. And he's going to bring it here as soon as he can.
Oh, my heavens.
And then, Buffalo Bob, then, my boy, you must read it.
All right.
You must read it and read it carefully.
Okay, Mr. Bluster.
As carefully as you can. Because there is important news. Important news. Now I must say good night.
All right, good luck. Thanks, Mr. Bluster.
Righto, my boy. Oh, good night.
Can you imagine that, kids? This is part of the tablet that was broken. I certainly hope that Don Jose Buster has it. Because, well... Oh, hiya, Howdy. Did you see Mr. Buster? Howdy, he's back from South America. Oh, yes! Oh, for heaven's sakes, no, I didn't see him, Buff, about what did he say? Well, Howdy, I can't tell you now what he said, but I'll tell you as soon as I can. But you know what I want to do right now? I want to get all the kids in Clarabelle to sing our Three Musketeers song. Shall we sing it, kids? Come on, here we go right now. Here we go. Oh, 1, 2, 3, big, big, big. 1, 2, 3, big, big, big. 3 big pieces, it's a candy treat that can't be beat. So let's give 3 big cheers for the big 3 musketeers. Ah, good, Howdy Doody. Yes, sir, and you know, kids, everybody likes the 3 musketeers. So you remember, kids, when you want candy, you want the very best and plenty of it. Like the big 3 Musketeer bar. Because that's really up there in taste and size. And it costs only a nickel. So look up, kids, because it's up there on top, the big 3 Musketeers.
Oh, boy, Howdy. Gee whiz, that was some news the Bluster Brothers brought us, wasn't it?
Oh, gosh, yeah, but he said that the biggest part is yet to come.
I know it, I know
As soon as Don Jose Buster arrives here with the other part of the South American tablet.
And that's tomorrow.
Oh, gosh.
Oh,